Hello and welcome back to the channel. And the last 2.5 years have been very long and short at the same time. But what about for footballers? Today I'm going to see the top 10 biggest decreases in market value since the 1st of January 2019. Stats are per Transfermarkt. 10th is Samuel Umtiti, whose market value has gone from 70 million euros to just 10 million euros. Just 27 years old, injuries have come around like a revolving door, and he's fallen out of favors with Quique Setien and Ronald Koeman, Barcelona's last two managers. And even though he's gone from Barcelona's Mr. Reliable to Barcelona's Mr. Stay Away From. He is bound to finish this season with less than 10 appearances and only a couple of starts. When Barcelona only play him when they either lose a few center backs or they're playing a game versus a bad opponent or they're leading. So it's fair to see why his market value has decreased as much as it has. 9th is Marcelo, and we're going to see a lot of either ex-Real Madrid or Barcelona players or Barcelona players and Real Madrid players. That's going to become a common theme, especially Barcelona players. Anyway, Marcelo, he has gone from 70 million euros down to 10 million euro market value, just like Umtiti, and you can see why this one has happened. Real Madrid signed Ferland Mendy in the summer of 2019 as part of their spending spree, which included another person on this list, and he hasn't got much playing time, as they do want to play the 27-year-old Mendy as much as they can. So even when he has played, he hasn't been special, but I think this one is mostly due to value. Number 8 is Gareth Bale, and it's pretty obvious to see this one as well. Since 2018, he's been one of the biggest drama stories in football, and his market value has decreased from £80 million to £20 million valuation, and from being Champions League final hero from Real Madrid 2018, he is now struggling for game time on loan at Tottenham. So he also, if you watched that 3-3 game in October, he also missed a crucial chance in that, which would have got Tottenham the 3 points. So he has been pretty poor when I've seen him play, at least. So he has fallen majorly out of favor with Zinedine Zidane over the past 2.5 years as well, which is also another reason why. He was pretty streaky in his last year at Real Madrid. So, again, pretty easy to see why. 7th on this list is Sergio Busquets, whose market value has decreased from £75 million to, again, just £10 million. And he is 32, and he has been decreasing a lot over the past few years, and his impressive performances have been few and far between. So, yet again, not as obvious as the others, but it's easy to see why here. He has been getting frequent game time from Ernesto Valverde, Ronald Koeman, and Quique Setien, so it's not like he isn't getting game time or there's been a replacement for him. They did sign Frankie de Jong, but he has been pushing other players out of the starting 11, a lot of varied players. So it's a little harder to see why, but he has been decreasing with age. So yeah, that's why I think that is the case. Number 6, we have Dele Ali, and yeah, just like Gareth Bale, a couple positions before him, he has been another major story. He has been, especially under Jose Mourinho, and as Dele Alli probably might call it in his alone time, his reign of terror. He has got in multiple arguments with Mourinho, and Jose just hasn't been playing them. So yeah, it's just been nightmare a couple of seasons. He almost got a loan move to PSG in January, but it's just been a rocky road. And his market value has gone from £100 million to £32 million. At number 5, halfway through this list, we have Neymar, and his market value has gone from €180 million to €110 million, with the highest market value on this list, highest current market value. So yeah, Father Time catches up with all of us, and with his birthday in February, Neymar is now already 29 years old. He's gonna turn 30 next year, which for anyone who was following when he got his move to Barcelona must be absolutely crazy. So he hasn't been he hasn't been getting along the best with his PSG friends and teammates, and he it has been an up and down road for him. He did really want to leave PSG 2019. We had his FC Barcelona saga there, and yeah, it's just pretty easy to see why his market value has decreased as much as it has. At number 4, we have a player that no one but Cristiano Ronaldo fans would see here, Lionel Messi. His market value's gone from €160 million to €80 million, and just as I said with Neymar, Father Time catches up with all of us. He's 33 now, and his performances have gone from 35, 40 goal a season in 2018-19, 2017-18, now to 25/30 goal seasons, and he might be moving away in the summer. He has just a couple months left on his deal. He is currently negotiating with Barcelona, but his performances have just declined. But it still seems pretty hard to me to see why he is this high up on this list. At number 3, we have Antoine Griezmann, whose market value has gone from £150 million to £60 million. He is one of the many FC Barcelona flops. £100 million. There was 3 of them, and the second one is coming right up here. So yeah, it's gonna be. He really got off to a slow start. He did score in that Real Betis game where he had the LeBron James celebration, but other than that, it's not been up and down, but down. Really, really bad, really rough sailing for him, and yeah, I feel bad for him. He was thrown right into a toxic environment with Ernesto Valverde, right off the back of the Liverpool disappointment in the Champions League. So yeah, I feel bad for him, but he really should have been doing better. So, but yeah, it is. It You don't have to look too deeply to see why he's number 3 on our list. At number 2, we have Philippe Coutinho, who's the first player to have the 9-figure decrease in valuation. He has gone from £140 million valuation to a £40 million valuation, which is absolutely crazy. And yeah, most of it was probably from that disastrous 2018-2019 campaign where he only scored a few goals and almost 30 appearances. He did have an okay season on loan with Bayern, but his value probably decreased a lot there as well. And this season he has looked good when he's played, but he's just too injured to have his market value increase any more than already has. So yeah, again, second of Barcelona's flops, comes 2 on this list. And number 1 on our list, one and only Eden Hazard. Yeah, you knew he had to be somewhere on this list, and here he is at our top spot. At the start of 2019, he was at a £150 million valuation, and after a disaster at Real Madrid, he is now down to a £40 million valuation. A difference of negative £110 million. So that is absolutely crazy. And yeah, you can see why here. He's only scored 5 goals, one of which was on the weekend versus Sevilla in the league for Real Madrid. Two of which have 3 goals been this season actually, and 2 goals were last season. And for a talent like Eden Hazard, who scored so much for Chelsea and cost so much for Real Madrid, probably didn't even decrease in market value at all before his move to Real Madrid, which was the first half of 2019. So basically, had less than 2 years to decrease this much. He really should be doing so much better than he has. So yeah, it's been a very disappointing spell for Eden Hazard. Alright, so that's it. That's the top 10. So I am going to make more top 10s like this in the future. So if you want to see more like this, subscribe, like, turn notifications on. Stay tuned for more stuff like this. I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you next time.